In the next 90 seconds, I'm going to show you 5 things that I do to make my workflow for making a YouTube video much faster. Let's throw a timer on the clock and get started. Something that anyone with cameras should do is get quick release. A quick release system is so helpful in so many ways. This makes it so I can swap between tripods, my friction arm, a gimbal super quickly, and it makes filming much less of a hassle. It also doesn't have to be expensive. This one's by YouTube and I think it's like 20 bucks. This one's super nice because it's super sturdy and it's really fast. Literally, I can just go from vlogging and set it down, and now I have a stable tripod looking shot. So helpful. Invest in quick release plates. Another thing to go with that is friction arms. These things are so helpful and you can get tripod looking shots just about anywhere you use them. But let's move on to the second thing that I do for a quicker workflow. I keep lighting really simple. I just use this window as my main light, but when it's dark out, I have this softbox always set up. Same thing with these backlights. I just keep this lamp back here for some basic lighting and then this other little RGB light plugged in. It's just really nice to always have lights set up to make my workflow fast. The third thing I do to keep my workflow much quicker is cleaning up my room. Every time I film or do something and get out gear, I try to put it back right away as soon as possible to make the workflow faster. I like to have a bit of an empty room and just kind of have an open slate and a nice looking background at all times, meaning if I pull up a camera at any time of the day, I should be able to get a clean looking shot. So that goes just for cleaning up your background, like making it look pretty minimal, cleaning up your room. Just even if it's not super fancy, it'll still look good. I am normally using this f1.4 lens, so I can blur out the background a lot, and even a messy background doesn't look too bad, but I generally just like to keep my room really clean. The fourth thing I recommend is having a shelf or a dedicated area with the gear that you use most. Right here is actually used for my backdrop, but it's also the gear that I use the most. I'm talking like the camera I use the most, the lenses, friction things, the SD cards, all that is right there so that I can quickly access it. Having a big studio would be great, but having everything condensed into one room, I'm talking my entire room is my YouTube setup, editing setup, my everything. So basically I can just sit in my chair, slide over, grab the camera, and then walk over here, plop it in, turn on my lights, and I'm filming. Essentially keeping everything that you use close by at all times is going to be super key for a quick workflow. The last thing that I do is I actually keep my filming setup at the same place as my desk setup. The reason this makes my workflow so much faster is I can literally go from filming to editing in like 5 seconds. Once I'm done filming, I literally just pop the SD card out of my camera and plug it into my computer. For some people, they can't do this because they just have a laptop setup and they're like sitting in their bed to edit their videos. But if you can, try to keep everything in one area. That's why if you notice, my monitor actually has a friction arm on it, and that is where my camera is always sitting. This is probably the most helpful thing that I would say if you're trying to make your workflow really fast from filming to editing, and it's the thing that has gotten me actually like excited to film videos. I don't know if I kept it under 90 seconds, but I do know that those were all 5 tips. So if you guys found value out of this video, I don't know, maybe leave a like because I'm kind of out of breath from actually like talking that much. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.